All right. Okay. So y'all already know what time it is. Y'all know it's 2. Y'all know it's 2:00, right? So tell Granny and them kids to take their punk ass to bed. This all grown folks conversation going on here today on Girth. And you know, Negroes gotta say Girth, but it's really Girth. And it's all men talk show with a twist of lime today. Nikki Nance and Medina is our twist of lime along with Vaquita. Yeah, so they are Lime and Joy. No, too soon. Today we having some hard-ons, and I want everybody to know there's a lot of hard-ons in the studio today. No, seriously, seriously. This is the name of the drink. It's hard on, and it's a lot of the hard on drinks in here today.
Hey, Miles, anybody with a hard on at the table, raise their hand.
Yeah, I got a hard on right here.
I got a hard on.
Vaquita got a hard on.
Has a hard on.
I have one, but I'm eating this salmon.
She got one of them clips. She got one of them clips. Motherfucking long clips with the little peepee on it and shit.
Welcome to Girth. And,
they make those.
So before we get started, I'd like to thank the person who's bringing us to you directly on a podcast that is the one and only engineer right now, Miss Nikki Nance. I'll give her a round of applause.
All right, Nick.
Okay.
Glossy
AKA Glossy Lips, AKA Miss Nikki if you're nasty.
If you guys wonder why we got our sunglasses on.
Because her lip gloss is popping.
Oh, my God.
Oh, wow.
And,
I need to put my sunglasses on.
She got her co-pilot, Mr. Joe, Sprague in the building, y'all. Did I say your last name right? Yeah. Sprague, okay. Joe is a new member of the team, and we right now we sitting in the WGOD studios, and by the first of next month, I promise you, Podcasting Studio 2 will be ready, and we're gonna be in that motherfucker. So, but until
I like it in here.
You like it in there too. The flooring is a whole lot much better.
Gotcha.
Anyway, so thanks, Medina, our bartender, for giving us these hard on. and Medina, and
the whole show.
The whole show. Medina, right? Medina, did you ever do anything with a hard on with any? Anyway, never mind. That's gross.
I was so close to spitting all this shit.
Yeah, I'm so glad you did.
Not next to me. Okay.
But Medina is
we live right now.
The mixologist of the evening. She got a microphone, y'all. Give her a round of applause for her goddamn microphone. Give her a round of applause.
I watched today. She ain't gonna say shit.
She ain't gonna say shit.
Last week she was yelling like a motherfucker. Hey, so I think
I'm here eating that fine stuff, guys. I'm sure take us away.
Wow.
Mm-hmm. No, seriously. So we got
Vaquita.
to know. Vaquita gonna come. We gonna get her right.
she gonna come.
She gonna come. That's funny. Oh my God, that'd be a BMW. You know that?
Was that after drinking a hard on?
No, yeah, that'd be a black.
Come after the hard on. You know this shit is way too entertaining early.
So to the far left, down at the corner. Let me give him a right introduction. Hold on. He weighs in about 215.
205 to be exact. I represent for the medium niggas.
Okay. and he wears short jeans.
Capris, nigga.
He wear cool ass shades.
We fashion forward around here.
He wear cool ass shades in the dark.
With all kind of masculinity in it too.
And he say shit you don't really want to hear. Like, what are you eating?
Shout out to Chef Red too, because this croissant and this salmon right now.
Goddamn salmon.
That's all that need to be said.
He making salmon croissant burger sandwiches.
Yeah.
The one and only Don Snipes, y'all. Give Don Snipes a round of goddamn applause.
All chef food be slapping.
Until the big fella with the beard with the Jamesons. He weighed in at 48205.
You already know what it is.
I'm done.
You already know.
He graduated with an 8.7 GPA. None other than Q Lewis.
You already know what it is, man. It's your boy Q Lewis holding it down live From the 48205, man, red zone, you know what it is.
Gang, gang, bitch. Bam. That's how you just gotta end like, bam. Into the motherfucking chef. I see it. See, I got it. That's it right there.
Motherfucking shit.
Okay, to the motherfucking chef. The one and only. The one who come in. Look like he been lifting weights all goddamn day. He's a salmon burger flipping motherfucker with a little croissant. that ain't sound right.
That ain't sound right.
That ain't sound right, bro.
Lift a brother up and tear him down.
Right, lift him up and tear him
Say
down.
like
That's
a
exactly
toasted
what happened.
I mean to say a little croissant in the middle. That's
No,
that don't sound right.
Just to leave a little out.
Y'all give him
On the top.
give
With the
a round of
oversized croissant.
He said the oversized croissant with a hook. Motherfucking chef is in the building, y'all.
Yes, yeah. So we're gonna cook it up tonight. We got a special guest.
Say her name right, nigga. Say her name.
That's just my cue. You know what I'm saying? She been my cue. I'm gonna tell you. When I first met this beautiful young lady,
Little Q.
Right.
I'm at work. We work together, but she moved to another location, and I'm doing what I do at work, right?
How the fuck I supposed to eat this?
Being productive and looking busy, and all of that. I'm walking through, and she said, excuse me," and she asked me if do you mind if I pray for you? So I said, of course. And she told me so many things that only God could have revealed. I tried to hold back every tear I could, but that's how we met. And then she went past being a friend to my sister.
Gotcha.
So,
Amen.
yes,
Amen, said the Lord.
she got double promoted.
That's why she over here glowing.
Yes, and she's been there for me ever since through multiple things. So I love you.
I love you to
sis.
life, buddy.
I love you.
She called you buddy.
That's my boy.
Nigga, you definitely in the friend family zone, nigga.
That's all right.
James said the friend family zone.
And you get extra minutes on the weekends. Listen.
Vaquita.
Vaquita, right. Give a round of applause for Vaquita, y'all.
Yes.
Yeah.
Before we get started,
I can't hear you. What?
Before we get started, is there anything you want to say?
What the hell happened?
I don't know.
You cut off your own mic. It's a little button on the bottom.
Grabbing it.
There you go.
Oh,
Stay here.
I was stroking my mic.
That ain't sound right neither. Not a
I ain't said a motherfucking word. I ain't said a motherfucking word.
So before we get started, Q, is there anything you want to say?
I just want to say thank you guys for having me.
No
I like
problem.
when great minds come together and just kick it. And that's authentic. So
That's dope.
thank you.
All right.
Hey, look, you don't even know yet, though. You said
Right.
great minds. You really don't even know yet.
Right.
I can tell you
Might
guys are
not
very
be no great
boisterous.
minds. It might not
I
be no
see
great
you
minds.
boisterous. I hear a little emotion in the room. But I'm gonna let that go because I love you guys to life.
Sound like you trying to
She
get
fit right
understanding.
on in.
There
Q.
is nothing
Sounds like she's
wrong
trying
with
to
black
understand.
men showing their
It
emotions.
sure isn't, sir. As a matter of fact, my poem is called "Cry Like a Man."
You
So
understand what
simmer.
I'm saying?
I got you.
Absolutely. But there's
We hear it.
strength in vulnerability.
I think I heard that before.
You know what? And I
probably
wrote,
did.
I wrote a,
It's a book.
I wrote a poem like that too. I ain't gonna lie, it's called "Cry Like a Man and Think Like a Bitch." But listen,
Really? No,
Womp, womp, womp.
no, that was a good one.
that was kind of
Where
flat.
Boy at? Boy would have hit you with that for sure.
Hold on. What did you say, V? What did you say? That was kind of what? She said that was kind of flat.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, Boy definitely would have hit you with that one.
Anyway, so what? I mean, everything happens for a reason. So you do have a book coming out, right?
I do have a book coming out.
And what's the name of the book?
It's called "I Want My Own Husband: Mindset and Standards of Marriage." On marriage.
Great. So there's a particular standard you should have while being married? I'm just asking.
No, this book is.
No, not about the book. I'm just asking. Right now, we get into the book. In a
Okay,
minute.
go ahead.
But is there a particular mindset? I mean, some particular standards you should have while being married?
Absolutely.
Okay. Now, how many people in this room been married? Okay, great. So we're not gonna ask none of y'all.
Okay, I'm not gonna
I
talk
need about
nothing.
5 hours.
No, but the reason I'm asking because I think when you start putting standards on things, I think that's when you lose the umph in a marriage. You know what I mean? When you start having like limitations and liabilities versus accountability, y'all get what I'm saying?
I think that standards is like the foundation. I would say.
Okay.
I would say foundation.
Okay.
Selfless
Okay.
as a number one type of thing. You know, knowing that you have to merge in with another individual. Standards is looked at like the foundation.
Okay. So the initial agreement of being married.
Absolutely.
Okay. That makes sense. I know, Nicole, you don't have a mic, but we know you've been married. Okay, never mind. Let's move on.
Right.
So, what is your book is exactly about?
Damn.
You don't want me to
Still
speak
trying to
on
get
it?
her understanding.
And why you skip over me?
I mean,
I got some things to say.
yeah, but we don't come from the other end on that one. What's the name? How your book is rolling?
So the book is not me personally saying, "Hey, I want my own husband." This is a saying and a mindset that women should have when entering certain relationships. I feel like you guys need to have the same relational goals. You may not marry the person that you're dating, but if you have the same relational goals to say, hey, I do want to get married, then that's the same relational goals. What's happening is women are not having the mindset of they want their own husband because they dealing with the work husband, they dealing with somebody else's husband, or they getting what they can get. And so when you bring that in and you look at yourself as an individual, you get to ask yourself these questions. Do I even want to get married? What does marriage mean for me in my life? What do I have to even offer marriage? So it's different stories about different women in different situations that will cause them to ask themselves or say to themselves, like, I want my own husband. I don't want this. I want my own.
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to laugh. It's just Nicole over here doing a happy dance on this motherfucking food. This shit caught me
Oh, that
slipping.
salmon? Yeah, it's good.
Well, I see where you're coming from. So when you did you get opinions of different people when you wrote it?
This book is different stories about different people that I've interviewed, and I wrote the story around their stories. And at the end is a motivational moment for whoever reads that book, just to start taking self-accountability and asking them, have they done their healing process? Because that's important.
You said one thing that we always talk about accountability, but you said self-accountability.
Yes.
Wow. Because we just say accountability, but self-accountability is really, really looking deep within yourself, correct?
Taking it in. Yeah,
Wow.
you have to look at the things that you do and how it will affect another person. So what you can't do is determine the response from the other person, but you can determine your output.
Okay.
What you do and what you say. A lot of people say, I ain't mean it, or if you took it that way. No, you know exactly what you say. You know exactly how you say it. And so self-accountability to say, you know what? No, because that's going to trigger this. And just being mindful and intentional with your conversations. A lot of people just talk because they like to hear themselves talk.
Ooh. Okay.
But when you talk intentionally and when you listen to understand, then you're able to have a conversation. It's not just talking.
So let me ask this, going around the table, starting with you. Is it any particular moment in life that stands out to you where you had to do self-accountability?
You starting with who?
Oh,
You.
you said start with you.
Q.
Yeah,
You, Q.
Yeah.
Which one?
Lil Q.
No,
Lil'
no, you little Q, because he's taller than you.
No,
But he bigger than her.
Bigger than her.
Okay, pretty
Still
Q.
little
Okay.
Self-accountability, I'll just take it to work.
Could be me.
I'll take it to work and not make it so deep in the relationship. Just work. In every situation, whether it's friendship, work, being a parent, everything, we need to take self-accountability. Mm-hmm. So for me, my daughter, I'll take it a little deeper. My daughter was having some issues in school, and because I divorced and separated and I chose to do that, I looked at myself to say, I chose to move. I chose to relocate. but I didn't look at how it would affect my children.
Wow.
Wow. Okay.
I chose a church. I didn't look at if they had a children's church or if they had another church or if they had a place where my children will be able to mesh with. It was about me.
Oh, it was all about you.
So self-accountability is saying, hey, when you're a mother, what am I doing? What I'm doing, is it going to affect the other lives that are held accountable to me? So that's a self-accountable moment for me recently.
Did you take that in consideration in your divorce?
I did. My daughter actually told me, don't stay for me. And that was enough.
That's some real shit right there.
That was enough.
Oh,
How old is your daughter?
She was 14 at the time.
Oh,
Wow. That's real. That's real.
Yep.
And that was her father?
It is. Yep. All three of my children.
And before we go on, the reason why I say that, because the amount of people in this room, I'm sure the listening audience, someone can relate to this, and that's what the show is all about.
Relating.
Right, right. So that's the reason why I always ask questions such as that, because someone's going to get something out of this.
All day.
Right.
I mean,
and that's the reason why we're here.
Yeah, I will say this. What you about to say, Nicole? I got cheese on my lip. What's wrong?
No, I actually was going to add to it by saying, as far as the self-accountability, because when a relationship breaks apart, then that relationship, you have to do self-accountability to yourself along with that partner.
Absolutely.
And, so that's what I was asking, as far as within the divorce. Did you look at like what did I do wrong?
Oh, absolutely.
Well?
I looked at myself. Oh, yeah, definitely.
In things like that, when you grown, you have to ask, like, where did you go wrong?
All right, dog. So look,
Hold on. Here come the wisdom. Watch the wisdom come through these glasses.
I'm just saying, I gotta keep it 100 though. Most women though only do that kind of self-evaluating after they done already made a fucked up decision.
True. I think that's most people.
That's
But you saying that we should be doing that already though.
absolutely
We should, yeah.
intentional and keep people out your business. Yeah.
But most people don't though. And the only reason I say this, I'm just saying this to see. I ain't never been married, so I don't know. But it seemed like
You've been in a relationship?
yeah,
The
but
same thing applies.
it shouldn't.
Well, it all depends on
How?
you. Well,
It shouldn't because marriage is supposed to be a step further than a relationship. So
We're talking about self-work right now, though.
yeah. So here's.
But my thing is that if you're doing all of this shit up front, like how long is it really gonna take to find a meaningful relationship? If you're doing all of this shit up front.
All the what? Please name it. What are we talking about here?
Well, see, so cute. I think it's two different things. When you talking about when she says she should already be there, that's because women when they majority of the times when they date and they be with somebody in a relationship, they looking to be married. Men don't be in relationships to get married. Most of us we just don't.
I think that you're probably right about that.
So what happens is that's why I tell people anything.
That's why women have to convince us to get married.
Basically, yeah. And in most cases, a lot. I mean, no, that's true. I mean, honestly, most men be cool. Like shit, we live together. We got kids together.
We straight.
We got a little Joe bud.
Right.
Can we address the elephant in the room though?
What's that?
I ain't that big, nigga. I ain't that big.
Some shit is cause and effect, and I want to say this. You guys are familiar with Shahrazad Ali?
Nah.
Don, you know damn well we ain't made.
Okay, so
There's
listen.
a couple of names like that, but
Listen, Shahrazad Ali has a book called The Black Man's Guide to the Black Woman.
Yeah.
I think I did.
All right, and I'm gonna tell you why this is very, very important. This book was written about 35, almost close to 40 years ago, and she really breaks down why so many problems
for sure.
exist between the black man and the black woman.
Absolutely.
And one of the things that she brings up in the book, because again, the title is A Black Man's Guide to Understanding the Black Woman, and she said in her foreword, a lot of black women gonna be upset with me in this book because they're gonna feel like I'm a traitor. They're gonna feel like I'm putting this out there. She said, but here's the deal. She said at a very early age, you know, a lot of black women, you know, they see their mothers being defiant to their fathers, not respecting them. She say they hear stuff like, hey, your daddy don't know this. Don't trust him. You know, and then one of the things that she said that really struck me, she said another thing a lot of black women do is lie. And she said, I'm going to explain to you why they lie. She said they lie because in front of him, they will act like they're happy, but behind closed doors with their girlfriends or in front of their children, they'll see that they're not. Now, I'm only bringing this up to say this. She was speaking about it from her experience and her vantage point. Could one of the reasons why men need to be convinced to get married is based in fear? Fear of being hurt, fear of not being supported, fear
Absolutely.
of, hey, look,
Absolutely.
I'm gonna put my because this is something that a lot of people don't discuss. There's this fucking double standard of when a man is dating a woman, we need to show this woman that here's all the things about me that I'm a husband. And what she say on the flip side to us is, well, I don't want to show you everything because some shit need to be reserved from my husband.
Yeah.
Listen, I had a conversation with somebody recently about a fucking coupon. The question was asked. I said, listen, one time I got ready to go out on a date and my aunt said to me, hey, you going such and such? Here's a coupon. And I said, Auntie, this is my first date with her. And she said, well, listen, she said, what that mean? She said, if she have a problem with that, you don't want that type of woman. Right? Yeah. So I've heard some women say to me, I don't want no nigga pulling out no coupon on the first date. And I'm thinking to myself, what the fuck difference do it make?
Why you threw that out there? Is that a thing? Like, ladies here, is that a thing? If a nigga pull out a coupon on a date? Is that
on the first one? He trying to take you out. Would you be?
Like, is it a problem?
No. Oh, does it look like? Oh, well, he likes to save money.
You pull
I
your
love
phone
this guy.
out and scan that boy. What you mean?
Well, here's the thing too. Here's the thing.
Because it do seem like I know some women.
But you're talking to women who already had growing pains.
Okay.
You feel me?
Okay.
You're talking to women who already had growing pains. And when you talk to women who already had growing pains, and especially if they had children, oh no, I understand. You feel me? They're like, oh, you got another one for me because I'm coming back here next week. You feel me? So those are the things we have to really think about. The type of women that we choose to even talk to. Okay,
yeah, sure.
Like I'm in the mood. Like I like intellectual women. You know what I mean? Have I did a couple Project Possums? Of course.
Project Possums.
You know, hood rats has evolved.
Project Possums.
Yes, but at the same time.
Yeah, me too.
I know a Project
Possum. Shout out to the Project Possum, the pretty Project Possums.
Yeah, shout out. So, but before we go further, I would like to acknowledge to some people that's listening to it. Shout out to Tamisha Holly, she was one of the first engineers of the podcast. Shout out to Richard. Shout out to Mike Slade and Mr. Armstrong. I guess that's it. What's how you say his name?
Where you see these people at, Miles? I don't know how the fuck
on the
you-
podcast.
Yeah, on podcasting webpage.
I'm looking at this shit. But okay.
Anyway, so I just understand. Like I tell people, I don't know shit. I just understand a whole lot, right?
Yeah.
And when I see people like Chef,
Yes.
I love this hamburger.
That you know what?
But listen,
Yes.
I'll be very honest with you.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna open my mouth that wide. I feel funny, so I had to eat it patty at a time. But that's a good
Yeah.
hamburger.
You got to bite it on
You gotta eat the top half and in the bottom.
Cause I wish I would. Anyway,
I should
but that's good burger. But no, seriously, I think
Fuck around, get lockjaw on this.
I think the people in this room is more mature. So when we ask questions, a lot of answers we're gonna have is gonna be more solid.
a seasoned
Yeah.
response.
We need like somebody like 28, 32, something like that.
To
Because
get a debate going.
I think we still got a good demographic
We
because
got
some
a
people
good-
been married and some people haven't.
right,
So I
we
think
got
we still gonna
we
have
got a
that.
great mixture, but how we think and how we relay it out, you feel me? Like you said, it's just some shit. You know, you just said something about your situation earlier, right, Don? Huh?
Yeah.
Huh? No, because we gonna roll this out because the phone number don't ring the same. But listen, so you know your situation that you said earlier. You see the age, see the age difference. You feel me?
Like
So
with dog, it wasn't even no age though. That's just some other shit going on.
he does a whole
generation.
no offense. He does a whole ass dude. But my point to you is that some people, man, until they go through their growing pains, man, they hit them bumps and bruises. They just don't understand shit.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, I think what I'm getting at in a nutshell is and I can appreciate you kind of pouring your words into this book. Shout out to all the authors out there that's
give authors a
able
round of
to,
applause.
You know,
We got one at the
put it this
table
way.
with us.
Here's the deal. Oftentimes, and we've talked about this before, it's just like going to tell your kids, hey, look, go in there and study or go in there and do your homework. But what the fuck does that look like? And I think that at the end of the day, we have to be able to have some applicable steps towards what the fuck does self-accountability look like. And I think that it's important for anybody that's listening to this and even including us at the table. Sometimes we get to throwing these phrases out here, but the bottom fucking line is when we leave this room, sometimes people don't know how to do that. Right. And I'm saying to you, and anybody that's listening to us, we have to start having these resolution-based conversations so that we have a clear fucking understanding. And I think you kind of hinted on that earlier when you just talked about standards. I got what you were saying, Miles. I feel like sometimes some people can kind of misconstrue those things and keep things in a box. But at its core, I personally agree with you. I think that we should have some standards, some things that we stand by and stand on
and stand for
when we're meeting. And stand for when we are going into a partnership with somebody that we consider, that we gonna try to make this last for eternity.
Right.
So how do we do that when? I'm sorry. And I agree with you 100%. But how do we do that when sometimes it does not come out of the home? What if those standards weren't there? Where do you pull that from?
No, she gonna speak on it. What are you gonna say about self-accountability? What does that look like to you?
Self-accountability. So you were saying that you don't do that when you're dating.
No.
Self-accountability. You said no. That's you. Some things are reserved for marriage. So that's what you said, right? So self-accountability will be. My last situation, I overtalked.
Whoa.
And
what's the situation?
Not me. No, I'm talking. I'm giving an example. Yeah. So if Q.
No, it's a situation. No. I'm trying to hold on. For the listening audience, is a situation a relationship? You said your last situation.
Like
so a relationship. So I'm talking about from Q from Q comment.
So your situation equates to relationship, right?
He's saying that self-accountability is reserved for a marriage. So some things you don't do. So self-accountability, I said, is self-work.
Maybe I'm drunk. Because I honestly don't remember saying that. I said that some shit is separate from
self-accountability is self-work.
Right. So I'm not talking about self-accountability. I'm sorry. Maybe I said that wrong.
So if you overtalked in your last relationship and now you got this beautiful woman right here and she talking and you like, but yeah, I'm just saying, you like, oh wait, I did that last time and that didn't go too good. That's self-accountability, just like that.
Oh, yeah.
That's intentional self-accountability. Every time I go somewhere, I cuss people out. Yeah. You know what? Last time I did that, this is what happened. So let me pull back. So prime example, today, I'm doing my daughter a surprise graduation party tomorrow. And so I'm getting my last minute items. No. I go into Sam's Club.
Sam put the punk ass kids in bed.
Hey, Grandma. Hey, Grandma, take your punk ass.
I go to Sam's Club, and it's a lot of people. When I tell you, I'm like, it's Tuesday. Right. Like, I'm literally saying this to myself. Why is everybody out here? Because I just want to go in, get what I get. So I get to the place where I am. Everything's gone. I said, okay. Now I'm self-accountable. Why would I wait to the last minute? Because it's tomorrow, right? So then I'm looking at everybody in the line. I said, but I do need to get some other stuff. But no, because I got something to do. Then I'm going to be irritated. So that's when people say, you can talk to yourself. Because that's in your head. You like, wait, let me not flip. Let me not do this. Because then I'm going to put myself in a position to be irritated, to be aggravated. That was self-accountability for me. Why would you wait to the last minute? Yeah. Wow. Why would you? Okay. Now don't go in this line. Don't go in this line because this is what's gonna happen.
Can I ask you a question?
Absolutely.
You said that in your last situation you overtalked.
No, that wasn't me personally.
That was me personally.
I was giving an example.
Okay, there we go.
No, she was just,
okay, there we go. Sorry.
Medina was about to say something.
He said
simmer.
Oh, here she goes. She puckering her lips to say something.
No, I forgot what I was getting ready to say.
That's a goddamn shame.
So
that's that hard on.
You gotta talk it to the mic.
I just wanted to clarify. I was not saying that. I was not saying that that's not a part of a relationship and a marriage. I was just saying that there are some things that
I reserve for marriage.
Yeah.
For marriage.
Well,
yes.
but that's
mean,
that's what Don was saying,
and it's never true for us.
right.
It's
we
right.
gotta
No
put the whole
woman
deck out.
accepts that,
Yeah, we
right?
gotta put the whole
When it
deck
comes,
out.
listen.
Do
Can you
you
take
put
care?
the whole deck out? Hold
Can
on,
you take
Simba.
care of me for the rest of my life?
Listen.
Can you be a provider?
You know what?
Can you
Listen.
when I'm crying?
From
Can you hold me on my
listen,
shoulder?
Q. From an objective standpoint,
I'm just saying,
what was
sure.
brought to me was, well, maybe in some instances, if I see this guy pull out this coupon, maybe he may feel like I'm not worth him spending his hard-earned money on me. And I was like, oh shit! I'm like,
Somebody said that, or somebody
but
told
this was just in conversation.
Oh,
That was
okay.
it was one of the thoughts behind.
Don't
What
pull out a
message
coupon.
does the coupon send?
I got you.
Well, that's why you take Project Possums to Benny Hannes. They just need to walk in the building.
Oh my
'Cause you take a Project Possum to Benny Hannes, they like, I had the greatest time.
Or
Thank
they
you
could
very
have looked
much.
at it from a perspective like, this is what I'm talking about. This man likes to save money. And this is from their last situation. You know what I'm
You
saying?
see,
So we don't call them
percentage.
situations,
But that-
right?
but that-
They
From the
situations.
last situations, maybe that guy didn't know
But that-
how to
but
save
that's
money,
from-
and they
that's from-
appreciate
But
that.
that's from mature people who have
Yeah,
who
that's
went through
right.
their growing pains.
I like when they pull out coupons because I be wanting to smash, and I feel bad when the bill come up to
Oh,
like.
you talking about you want to smash food?
Yeah.
Oh, shit! Right.
So you get a coupon, you get to smash. I got some coupons. But look,
Somebody said Miles.
No, I want
Miles
to
think
eat.
he know everything,
and I feel bad. When
Okay,
the bill
look.
comes
That sounds like a Mike Larry hoe ass answer. Anyway,
so what I like, I know we on the roll here,
Mike
but
Larry
it's,
hoe ass answer.
however,
Good.
if we can just slow down for a second, self-accountability. It's two poems that I would like to hear tonight, and I think that would probably tag on from what we're talking about.
Absolutely.
Where do you stand? And Cry Like a Man.
Yeah.
Whichever order you want to do them, I just want to hear them.
Hey, look, so I know we get ready to read poems, right? I just had a real quick question, though. Because we was talking about the coupons. I'm sorry, though.
What percentage?
Go
is
for
it?
it. Yeah.
No, I just wanted to ask this, though, because I seen this in the meme and shit.
Yeah.
Where a girl asked her dude, it didn't say husband or like boyfriend, to come hang out with her friends. And she was expecting him to pay for everybody. Like, her
And thought
friends
he was
included.
less of a man if
And
he
thought
didn't
was less
pay.
of a man if he
Ooh,
didn't.
this is a real situation.
This is
Yes,
what
I know.
This shit is
So
starting
that's
to be
why-
some
and I'm
passed
sorry,
down.
I didn't want to
This
get
is
off
an
on that.
everyday
Poor shit.
situation.
But just kind of piggybacking off of that, like, would y'all, if you invite your dude out to like meet some of your homegirls, are you expecting him to pay for everybody's bill?
Well,
Because
wow.
there were so many women who were adamant, like, if I invite him out and he's my friends and he not paying, they looking at him as less of a man.
But
And
First
that's
First
why
of
Shahrazad
all,
Ali
I'm checking them
said.
at the door.
She said
You
they
got
learning how to
you
be
can pay for your own
hoes.
stuff, right?
Ooh,
Right.
what'd you say?
Shahrazad Ali in the Black Man's Guide to Understanding the Black Woman said that too many young black women are raised to be like hoes. She said literally they objectify themselves by every picture, twerking, turning around, showing their ass. Men not asking women to do that kind of shit. Women are they making these comments. If you can't pay a bill, don't come around me. She said she said, listen, you cannot bring hoe mentality into a household and expect it to be wholesome.
Yes.
And I totally agree. And here's the thing. The truth is, I just asked my friend. She said, "Miles, why you always talking about my ass?" I said, "Shit, all the pictures on your damn timeline is ass shots."
Wow.
Right.
Wow.
Okay, so you guys are not taking responsibility
For
for
what?
the thirst traps. I mean, women. Why? I'm not blaming you. I'm not
What's
saying
a
it's your
thirst
fault.
trap?
Let me finish.
'Cause I'm green.
I'm not saying that it's your fault why women do those type of things, but they're getting the attention. So are you guys not giving the attention? I'm
Let's
confused.
pause. Let's
I mean,
pause. Let's
with-
pause.
with-
Let's
with-
pause.
Car accident.
That's the question.
Hold on one second.
That's the question.
Is that
No, wait, come on now.
So
wait.
if you, so
Car
if you,
accident.
Hold on,
Get
wait.
your
Listen, the attention perpetuates the bullshit that's already being done. We can't say we need to take responsibility. Listen, when
That's a question.
Listen, when you go to motherfucking Cedar Point, why do people go? Cedar Point advertises. We got the tallest roller coasters. So if she advertising her ass and advertising that she a hoe,
you wanna ride it.
don't put it on us and be like, like, well, y'all should have turned y'all head. Man, fuck
I
that.
mean,
That's not how it works.
the way that you're talking is like, oh, this is preposterous.
It fucking is. That shit is preposterous.
So I'm trying to see, like, are you not getting
So
it?
listen, what I'm trying to say to you is this. You ready? You just talked about self-accountability, right? Are you trying to, this is like having this question, what came first, the chicken or the egg? Are we trying to say that men just decided one day, you know what, y'all and women need to turn around and start showing y'all ass? Or did women start turning around and showing their ass and then men start liking it? Which one came first?
Damn,
You know what? I think they start
Oh,
showing,
I think I know.
I think they start showing
Shit.
that for profitability, right?
Come on.
Profitability and security, because women like security, right?
To
So
get who?
men, they know men love beautiful things. So come on now, profitability here.
Well-
So when you say did the egg come, look.
I think that's a
Man,
good
listen
question.
to me.
I don't know.
I mean, it
When I
really,
hear-
it
when I
really
hear-
don't
Look,
matter. The
but
only,
hold
the
up,
only
I've
thing
been
I'm
caught up
saying
in
It
that
does, though. You
situation
ain't-
the only
it
thing
does
I'm saying
matter.
is they wouldn't keep doing it if they're not getting the attention that warrants
You
that.
can I tell you something?
So it
you
is
just,
what it is.
You just made a statement that a lot of women make. You said they wouldn't keep doing it, and this is what she talk about in the book. She talk about how black women want to be so independent
It's
and
not
so
okay.
wait, let me finish.
Yeah.
You're speaking from the perspective of they wouldn't keep doing it. How about why did y'all start doing this shit?
Okay, you really want to go there?
Yeah, let's go there.
Fuck it.
Let's go there.
Why not?
I don't know. Q said that like she had some ammunition.
And I don't like the attention.
But Nicole, he's not talking about that part.
No.
But listen,
But I know what
but
Nicole's saying. She get labeled though because
right.
I get what you're saying.
But what I'm saying is, you got a big ass. You got a big ass. But listen, but hold on. I'm just being honest with you.
It don't matter clothes on or not. I
Right.
mean,
So you can't help the
it's
ass.
not. It's not okay though.
We don't seek that attention.
But the intention he talking about is not that. He
We talking about intentional.
We talking about
No,
the
he
one
said
dude.
being
We talking about
intentional
the
with it.
women
I just
that-
left church. We talking about the ones that's like, I'm doing self-care right now, and she got a fucking some volleyball shorts
You
on,
understand
like,
me? You
like this.
understand me?
The fuck are we doing here? I can't stand all these chicks on that's
No, see,
control.
see,
Wait a minute. Who the fuck said that I like that shit?
Self-accountability.
No.
You fucking kidding me?
Keep scrolling.
Okay.
Put your glasses on.
Hold on.
Kevin
Down.
I'm trying to get an understanding.
Standing. Me too.
Yeah, I'm trying to get a
Oh, you
Sheesh.
on that understanding today?
But you know why?
Lord, I get it.
V. That's
Niggas thought they was about to get a whooping here.
I need to hold the door and I
I'm
tried.
about to
and I
get distracted.
smashed my little finger.
We about to be
man.
shooting in Southfield.
it knocked the button to loose.
So fellas, it's us that need to practice some self-control
No,
and
not this week.
discipline by keep
That
scrolling.
was
Get out of
last
them
week.
DMs.
Ain't that no? I don't jump in no broad DM on no shit like that.
I don't jump
Ever.
I don't jump on
You
no
ain't got
DM.
nothing to prove.
Listen, I will tell
Calm
you this.
down.
No, you
V.
you don't jump on the DM, but do you give it a like?
Hold on.
Hold on, do you give it a like?
No, because I don't want nobody to see I like
Simmer down,
anything.
police.
Listen, I'm gonna be honest with you.
See the police.
I don't be in nobody.
Fuck yeah.
I don't be in nobody DMs, right, V? So when I just messaged you, never mind that. No, see,
Oh, you goofy as hell. I just
He
called
can't
you
even
saying
get it out.
you goofy as hell.
so listen,
I
but
knew he was
seriously,
going with
Nicole,
this.
Don was talking about the women who have big asses, right? But toot their ass up into the camera when they go to take a picture. That's what he's talking
Man, look,
about.
Nicole know what
That's
you
because
talking
they
about.
getting money. They
No,
don't.
they
You know
don't.
what you talking about.
It's not okay.
You see it on your timeline,
let
too.
me
You
get
know
my
what you talking
position.
about.
It's not
Yeah.
okay. I'm all about class.
We ain't talking
I'm
about
all
regular
about
classy women.
class. Let's
But-
just start there.
Yeah, you
I'm
about
not
to-
okay with this. This is just a
Right,
conversation.
that's just, we know, we understand. We ain't
Okay.
jumping on you saying like,
Okay.
just like.
I'm not giving them a rah-rah. I'm just...
No, but
Sure, you're not okay with it. Simmer down now. Simmer down.
Charge
Hey, me, he's just trying to get an understanding.
you gonna take both of them out the charge? I'm charged.
Because last week you wasn't understanding.
Oh, she was the one on the, was she on the timeline talking about some bullshit.
No, sir.
You were saying
No.
bullshit and when you was in church.
Let's hear these poems though, Miles. Let's hear these.
Yes, that's what I want to hear.
My fault. I'm sorry.
Sorry, we get off the edge sometimes. You want some Jameson?
Now, Q.
Oh damn, she
You
brought
know,
out a
after
whole-
you, after the
ready.
poem, could you please just tell me personally, you know, what inspired you
What,
to do these poems?
She
He wants you to talk to him, man. Not fuck the rest of us.
Every time this nigga talk is an R&B track, bro.
Talk to me, baby.
Tell me
Okay, so
personally.
listen. After I read this poem,
Dog said,
then you guys can talk about.
But I want to know personally what inspired you. Because it comes from somewhere.
Absolutely.
Okay, thank
Hey,
you.
nigga, we want to know too, bro.
Yeah, I'm sitting here shit.
Like we ain't on the same goddamn show.
This is two
I want
mics
you to
here.
whisper
You
it in his ear.
like, you like, I
There's
want
only
you
two
to
mics here.
Tell me.
Two mics.
Tell me personally.
It's only two mics.
I'm telling you, straight R&B mode
Okay,
every time.
so this poem is called "Where Are You Standing?" and this poem is directed toward women. It is not an attack on women. I am all for our men because they need us. That's what.
Yes, Lord.
you know,
God
we
damn it.
make
Give a round of applause for we. Oh, yes. We need a strong backbone.
Hey, the camera gonna be on her when she reads this poem. I'm about to fuck this hamburger up.
You mean
I mean, wait,
Oh my
yeah,
goodness!
take the camera on me. I'm about to go ham on this one.
Hey, and mute this damn mic.
I'm gonna kill it.
You like, that's just a mule.
That's
in
gonna
me.
be all the cheese and the sauce.
No, I'm good. I'm gonna eat that boy cold.
You can't heat it up. The microwave ain't even out the box. Come on, let's go with the poem.
Okay, this is called "Where Are You Standing?"
Uh-huh.
Ladies, if you listen intently to what is said, every man has a plan in his head. That's how he's created. Listening, not just to respond, but understand. So often we want to fix him instead of concentrating on the inside spirit man in the desert land. Another big butt and small waist, eyelashes, cute face. Yeah, that keeps his external attention. What happens when you find your place in him? Pursuit encouraging him. The bone on my bone, flesh of my flesh, hearkening for new spaces to pray for him. You say he don't deserve that kind of love, but our bodies have been fit like gloves. Our bodies have been fit like gloves with different spirits. Who don't deserve real love? Who don't deserve a real hug? We've been quick to offer children, heirs, last names, not looking at the roots and the men that's produced from this dysfunction. So we bypass love for attention. Girlfriend, old girl, old lady, instead of wife, rolling with any changes in the plan just to say, girl, I got a man. But when it all stands, your respect level diminishes. When it don't blend, words become venomous. He becomes every name in the book. No life speaking. We feel forsook, betrayed, victimized, wondering why googly eyes turned into silent cries, and we blame him. Somewhat enable him, shame him, dog them for the world to see. When you used to say he means the world to me. Emotions unstable. You can sit at any table full of women and get the same story. A history full of women giving over their power that has been stored to react when needed, unmatched when it should be spread like grass seed, producing pasture. We are dealing with men that we treat like boys. When they act out, we put them in timeout, expecting the same testosterone. We are life givers. Our words have power to lift up and not destroy. So first, in internalizing your own spirit, cleaning your own hurt, not using bitter words, venting all the time, not realizing you're shaping your own world. Everything we say will be used against us, not just in the court of law, in the spirit realm. Find that place of original intent to be a suitable helpmate, striving to be the best version of she, a mother to many nations, a woman of integrity, healed, whole, happy, not always bitter, mad, and sloppy. This is not an attack. Straight facts. It's a pat on the back to say, come out of survival mode. Men are not our enemies. I will be remiss if I missed an opportunity to tell you how dope you are. Embrace your femininity. Not fist in the air thinking we are just like men. Take your place as a lady. A sweet smelling fragrance. A blissful arrangement. A pleasant encounter. Expected to be handled with care. The power to change this dynamic between men and women, it just starts. Just allow it. Remove the veil. Don't stand in the front or the back. Let's stand right beside them. Where are you standing?
Ooh, I like that.
Oh,
all right. I like that.
Can you turn on my mic?
Listen. You said something that was so powerful that I think that a lot of it was great food for thought. And what you said was at some point in the poem, you're a woman. You're not a man. Take the place as a woman.
Please.
And what you made me think about was a lot of white men have shaped this society. And oftentimes when I meet women, sometimes women come up to me and they shake my hand firm like a man. And one day I asked a lady, I said, listen, I said, why did you do that? She said, this is what you do. I said, no, that's some customary bullshit. You're a woman. You don't need to squeeze my fucking hand like a man to make me respect you, think you smart, or think that you deserve to be in my presence because you in this room with all men. You a woman. Use your powers as a woman and as such. And I kind of stand by that. You know what I'm saying? You don't have to display these masculine fucking traits in order for me, because you ain't no fucking man.
It's an unlearning thing, though. I think like I said, we've been in survival mode and we've been
thriving
taught,
mode.
Yeah, we've been taught that I got to be a strong woman. I got to be a strong black woman. And I have a poem about that as well. It's like, don't look down on the strong black woman, because when you look at it back in the day, they had to be strong. Your man was demasculating in front of you. Like, they did all kind of stuff to them. So it put us in a place where we shouldn't have to be, but unfortunately a lot of women are. And it's off.
Yeah, and that shit just threw me off for real though. Don, I ain't gonna hold you up.
What's that?
Cause I've actually been the opposite of that for sure. Like, I've always found it somewhat intriguing when a woman has a strong, firm handshake.
Yeah, because we are trained to think. We
are
trained that way.
That's crazy. Like, until y'all said it, how y'all just said it right then, it's just like, damn. I never really looked at that shit like that.
Look, I'll take it a step further.
Yeah, I never really looked at it like that.
I've been with a woman who we just simply went into a restaurant together, side by side, but she felt she needed to come up and say, "We need a table for two."
She
for the Wilsons. I'm like, whoa, what the heck? What was that?
Well, we already know who you're talking about. You already let that out.
That's my last name, though. That's I already said the Clarks. But however,
you should have used the Browns.
Should have used the Clarks. That would have came out much more less angry. Listen, I will say this. There have been situations
aggressiveness
where women have been way more aggressive than they should have been. You know what I mean?
Or needed to be. That's
right.
my thing. Women don't need to be aggressive. You're a woman.
I would be very honest with you. This has been the plan for hundreds of years.
Absolutely.
For it to be like this.
And
right?
we said we were going to rewrite that.
Yeah, we're going to rewrite it.
Okay.
We just got to take our time. But I will say this. When it comes down to a woman, and this when women start saying, "Oh, Happy Father's Day" to other women,
oh God, they better not in my presence.
That pissed me off.
Tell you
and you know something, I was on the way over here when I drove in.
Pissed me off.
I had a thought that came to me, and I said, "How many women are putting themselves in a position to be the head of the house?"
But listen, it's a double standard.
Listen what I'm saying. How many women are putting themselves in a position to be the head?
Well, no, I'm gonna tell you like this. Hold on.
No.
Hold on. I would say this. Can I say?
I got something to comment on that.
No,
Nicole.
Just tell me when I can come in.
I'm gonna be very honest with you. This country has placed women to be the head of the household.
Period.
So, and here's why. We settled for it too. Okay? Me, you, I don't think that man right here been at our head of state up in Lansing to even protest a lot of things to make laws. Has anybody been here to create a law?
I haven't been anything to create one but I've definitely signed petitions and helped protest and bring some to people's attention for sure.
There you go. So what I'm trying to say is that's the problem. Okay. When black men, especially when black men, we have issues, and people get mad. Well, the LGBT community getting rights and laws written, right?
They active
because they active and they go. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? It's a particular language you have to talk. You have to speak a particular language, and the language is knowing what the hell you want. The reason why we can't get reparations is because nobody want to be considered an African. So if you're not considered an African, goddamn it, what country did you come from? You don't have no. There's no reparations for you.
Somebody said, "Help us, women, brothers. Don't beat us up." Somebody else.
Who is somebody? You gotta say their name.
Oh, my aunt, Patricia Benning.
Okay, Patricia.
Hey, Patricia.
And my cousin Tamika. She said, "So long, black women have not been
Talking to the
protected.
mic.
Oh, so long, black women have not been protected.
She need her readers.
So we felt like we had to protect ourselves, and we put those walls up. But you are right. We have to learn to be softer.
Well, not
Definitely have to learn to be softer.
Well, it ain't even about being soft. Just be
a lady.
Use wisdom.
Use wisdom and
Use
decision.
wisdom. Quit thinking you fucking smart. Use wisdom.
Is that the right word to say though?
What?
Smart?
No,
That might not have been the right word.
Like, quit thinking you smart?
Quit thinking you a
rewind
fucking
that.
man. Yeah, not that one. Not that one.
Rewind
You don't want
that.
her to be.
Rewind
I don't want
no.
Rewind
First of all,
rewind
I'm gonna say wisdom overcome smartness. I don't
Okay.
believe in nobody's being smart because
Okay.
if you're smart, you will make dumbass decisions.
So,
It's wisdom.
and that's what I wanted to
Wisdom.
that's what
I
I
got
wanted to
you. I
comment
understand.
on.
Yeah.
When I say putting yourself in a position to be head, make better decisions, even with the man that you choose to be in your life, and you won't have to put yourself in a position to be head, right? You won't have to
It's a-
have
it's a
someone.
double-edged-
Hold
But
on,
no,
she want
but
to
you
speak.
won't
She
have
want to
to
speak
ask-
on this.
And then she will, and
Oh, he don't,
then-
he don't want to
and
hear that
no,
one
and no.
personally.
What head?
No, I
You just
wanna
said
hear
my
that
head.
personal.
I just heard head. What is
Yeah.
that?
so what happens is when you put yourself there,
Amen.
any and everybody further down the line has to pay for that for a decision you made years prior
Okay.
to
Yeah.
be head, right? So once you because of your decision makings, you decide to be head. Now you're still selecting the same type of man time after time, right?
Right.
So, right. So then it comes to the point where you meet someone who is head, right?
Yeah.
Now, how do
You
you
don't even know how to
relinquish that?
respond.
You don't. You know what I'm saying? So don't put yourself in a position to be head. Make better decisions.
Yeah,
Slow it down a little bit.
totally
you know what I'm
agree.
saying?
I totally
Get
agree.
out the fast lane.
I had a young lady I tried to.
Get
out the fast
I had a
lane.
young lady I was
Okay.
talking to before, right?
Hey, that should be the name of a book, though.
Hit
Get out
it.
the fast
Well, get
lane.
out the fast lane. Grill
Yeah,
right
yeah.
there.
Done.
You know, I love it.
Write that shit down.
Listen to this. I had a
That's
young
a good
lady.
time.
We was trying to talk to each other, right? And then I said, "Well, do you need anything?" She paused. I said, "What's wrong?" She said, "Honestly, I never had a man to ask me,
Absolutely. That's
do
the
I
thing.
need anything?"
That's the thing.
And that's crazy.
That's
though.
crazy.
Who have you been talking to for
Right.
your whole life?
What's even more
raised
crazy?
you?
What's even more crazy is having to tell a woman sometime, hey, listen, it's okay to let a man be a man. I've had somebody. I just told somebody the other day. She said she went on a dinner date with a dude, and it was their first date. And after when they finished and they got the bill, he said, "Do you mind if we go Dutch?" And she said, "Oh, just give me the bill. I just take." And I said, "Listen, you do realize when you took the bill, you kind of shit it all on him. You know what I'm saying?"
Right.
I'm like, he don't really know you like that.
Right.
I'm like, if he wanted to go.
Well, see,
Go ahead. What?
Hold on,
So
sir.
you
Wait a
put
minute.
yourself
You
in a
take somebody
position.
on a date and then say, "Let's go."
wait a
Dutch?
minute. No, he ain't say they went. They said that he went on a date. That don't mean he took her on a date. They could have met.
Thank you. Do you
Does
get
that
what-
matter?
Yeah,
Yeah, it matters. Yeah, it
See what I'm
matters.
getting at?
No, like
I-
I need to know. Like, I mean, I don't
Hypothetical
know.
So,
speaking.
well, see, I was listening to Kevin Samuel today, right?
Oh,
Oh, shit.
Oh shit!
Here we
shit.
go.
So sometimes
Kevin
you
Samuel.
position
Now, big
yourself.
Kev.
So
A
sometimes
woman
you,
was your first teacher. Wow.
So you sometimes position yourself to receive what you don't want to receive, right? So if you know at the end of this date, I'm not going to have sex with this guy, and then he say, "Hey, let's go Dutch." Go Dutch.
it's nothing wrong with it. I just need
No.
to. I mean, I need
Right,
to know.
right.
You
So
take,
don't
if
keep
you
positioning
ask me,
yourself.
if you ask me on a date,
Yeah.
and then you talk about some Dutch brothers.
No, wait a minute. See, how about I say, "Hey, you want to
wanna
meet
know.
up for lunch?"
Did that mean he
that's
asked
a
you?
date.
No,
No, that's not a date.
see?
That's a date.
See?
It's not.
Why is it
It's not.
when women
So-
say
so
it? See
what-
it? See
what
it,
a
boy?
date is, this is a date.
Q, you
Hey,
really
wait,
trying to
wait,
get
wait.
some
Okay, if it's
understanding.
somebody that I'm platonically,
no.
if somebody's interested
I
in
ain't-
you, are you kidding me?
I ain't talking
No,
about
no,
being
no,
I ain't
no.
talking about being
If somebody's
bionic. I'm
interested
talking about
in you.
No, how
No,
about
Q, I get it.
Paul, wait.
If I call you Friday and say, "Hey, Q,
Are you not interested
say,
in him?
So,
What
so
the-
what are you
You,
doing
Fred.
tonight?" Right?
You, Fred.
Right.
If
No,
you call me.
no. First
If
of
I
all,
didn't
if
know
Fred
you-
call you, you know damn well Fred like I got that tablet,
No,
baby. I'm
then
making another
then I would
song.
expect to pay my own tab.
Right. So
Because that's my friend.
I'm talking
Right.
about a guy that don't know you from fucking Adam.
And he call
and
you
he
and
call
he
you and
say,
say,
"Hey, I
let's
wanna take
meet
it."
for fucking coffee and steak
A
or
guy
whatever
that
the
don't
fuck.
know me from Adam, how he know me then?
No, I'm saying he trying to listen.
You being
He
now
trying-
you being
okay,
a
listen, don't be
Budweiser. You
listen.
being a Budweiser.
Okay, listen.
Yes.
You meet a guy at a gas station. Y'all exchange numbers.
Uh-huh.
He calls you and say, "Hey, would you mind meeting for fucking s'mores and pasta? All right.
S'mores.
That's a date.
So okay, so why do women when they do so are you telling me that when women say let's meet up for lunch or something,
Then it's on you.
they gonna pay for
So
it?
listen,
No, I'm asking you,
Hell no.
is that the case?
if I ask you out, yeah. But guess what? The guys that I've been encountering get offended
Ain't gonna let you.
if I even try to pay for a bill. They will get offended.
Can I ask you a
Do you
So
question?
know- do you know why?
now, this is the temperature. Now we're dealing
She
with
said this is the
50-50.
temperature.
Now we're dealing with the 50-50 men, and then you have men that are offended. If you try to pay for anything, they won't even accept anything from you.
But do you know why,
What's
though?
the 50-50, man?
No, let me ask you a question. Do you know why?
What's the 50-50?
No, why what?
Do you know why they get offended?
Yeah, because I mean, well, no,
No,
tell me.
you don't.
Okay,
You don't.
because you mess up the program. So the women prior to you, this is the program. I pay, I get laid, right? So every time
Wait
you
a Holy Ghost
refuse,
minute.
no, you got to
No,
listen.
you-
I
I'm
really
listening.
need you to listen,
I'm listening.
right? So the offense come in is because you're taking them out of a position they're accustomed to operating in to receive what they need.
Or what they want.
Wow.
What they want.
Where my pen? I need to take notes.
Latarsha Cook said, if I ask a man to go out to lunch, I pay.
Yeah, that's right.
I forget when I ask, and it's
We need to talk into the mic. I
forget that I asked.
Okay.
And I sit there waiting on them to pay.
Wow.
I sit there
I will
waiting on
pay.
them to pay.
If
See-
I asked you out, I will pay.
I told you Medina was gonna say less shit today. Did she?
So
And
that's-
again,
that's
I think
what
it's
happens.
Hold on, we can't talk at the same time. Go ahead.
Okay.
no. I just think again, these type of conversations are important because at the end of the day, you know, my personal feeling is the same as yours. If I ask somebody to go out and accompany me somewhere, then yes, I'm going to take care of it. But I'm simply saying this. One thing I learned about life, we can't take things for granted. And at the end of the day, if a man do call somebody and say, "Hey, let's do this," yeah, it may be customary for me to do that or another man, but that don't mean he's some punk ass piece of shit because he
did
say, "Hey, look, do you mind if we go?" Because here's the deal: some men don't want to give their impression that I'm trying to take you out the fuck. I'm just trying to get to know you. The shit go both ways. So maybe that man might have been playing in neutral, saying, "You know what? I don't want her to think A, B, and C. Fuck it. I just want to go hang out, get to know her a little bit." Some people do that. My thing is, we can't get into this habit of taking our beliefs, you know, and putting them on others and taking that shit for granted. Because again, that go back to what Q said earlier. You got some chicks who feel like if you call me and say let's go out and my girl in the car and I bring her, nigga, both of us eating. And I'm the type of nigga that's gonna
Everybody
show up
not
and be
like
like,
that.
y'all bitches about to be doing dishes, because I'm not paying for shit.
So,
Everybody ain't like that.
well, can I say this? To be honest with you, I think that's where it comes in at when black men start coming up and trying to like convince themselves where they gonna stand at in the relationship. You know what I mean?
Convince themselves as far as
Like
committing.
Like here's the thing. I learned it's a song called "The Power of the P-U-S-S-Y." That was our first show for Girth, right?
So
Or second show.
First
So
one?
the power of the
second one, yeah.
second one, "The Power of the P-U-S-S-Y." We get our haircuts and all that stuff just to be fly, just to, you know, for a woman to want to be attracted to us, right? And we don't, but
Peacocks and shit.
but at the same time, we don't realize how much we become like stage clowns in a sense. You know what I mean? This become a showboating part of us. Like, would you say? Did you say something about peacocks?
Yeah, like peacocks.
Yeah, like
for
peacocks.
sure.
Like who can have it right?
Absolutely.
Yeah, it's like peacocks. For
And
sure.
then it becomes a contest. Like, you know, women, y'all do stuff,
do
and the
same
minute
thing.
we don't notice y'all hair color change, your nail
All
color
the time.
change, and all that shit, y'all get pissed off. You feel me?
And
Pissed off about what?
Oh, you didn't notice? You know what I mean?
Oh, all day.
I mean, I'm just being honest with you.
I know she's not about to say that ain't true. I know you're not about to say that ain't true.
I know women sit right up
I
in
saw
your-
your little shit
Oh,
flutter.
wait. I
So
want to
let's
hear
say
the.
to that-
I want to hear the.
Hold on,
comment.
we can't talk at
Yeah,
the
I'm sorry.
same time because nobody can hear us. We sound like Nicole
Come on,
getting a
come
better
on.
understanding.
That's okay. I stand by what I see.
It was- but the
Nicole is so
truth,
funny.
but the truth of the matter is, I just think that we are black men are caught up in a situation that we are forced to try to impress our women more so than anything. And
Absolutely.
Then we knock each other off and out a lot of times on doing bullshit. Like, you know, niggas go buy a car at $20,000-$30,000 car. They don't got a house.
I think that's what getting a lot of niggas in trouble in a lot of these relationships. Like, I think the most important thing probably in any relationship is to finish it the way you started. Ooh. And I think a lot of times we go in trying to put on this motherfucking, you know, this best facade ever, and then realize, like, you know, I wasn't that nigga and shit.
Ain't about that
So then the woman looking at you like, why you changed? Like, I ain't really changed. I was trying to impress you and I couldn't keep it up.
That's about the realest thing a man ever said.
I said I couldn't keep the shit up.
Maya wanna know, are these men in relationships?
Which ones at the table?
Yeah.
Are
these men in relationships?
That had nothing to do with it. Be in a relationship or not. I'm in a relationship, meaning I'm
or
staying.
dating or married or what?
What about what Fred?
Married, though.
Check it out. What about what Fred said? Because I think some Fred that you said that's very, very important, and it might have been, you know, misinterpreted by people. But you said maybe some women should think about the type of position that they're trying to put themselves in, and I say that to say this. I agree with you. If I go, if I know a woman and maybe she bring a girlfriend, whatever, I'm gonna take care of things. I think it's an understood thing that for the most part, a lot of black men we're gonna make the effort to try to be the provider and all this. But to speak on what Miles said, like you said, Miles, a lot of niggas get caught up in trying to impress. And here's the deal. This is my thing.
Can't keep up.
This is my thing though. This go back to what you said earlier, though, V. You made a comment about, okay, well, if niggas keep liking the shit, then don't you think the women gonna keep doing it? Because my thing is, if women keep saying, yeah, pay for me and my girl, don't you think niggas gonna keep doing it? And here's my deal. At the end of the day, let's look at the end result of all of this. The end result of all of this is a bunch of dysfunction and fuckery because we focused on the wrong shit.
Wrong shit.
We focused on, nigga, I want to know if you can report. I want to know if you can take care of me and my girl, because that let me know if you a good specimen. And all the while, we didn't have a good baby. We didn't made a baby together. And now this baby grow up in a 2-parent household because neither one of us can stand to even look at each other now because we went into it with the wrong fucking mindset.
I agree with you 100%. Man, look.
We all over the place.
However, we're going to do this last poem. It's 2 things you should pay attention to in the beginning of anything. Words that are spoken, right? And that'll tell you a person's true intentions for you. Mm-hmm. Right? Man, we love beautiful things, but we do not pay attention to the words spoken in the beginning. Right.
Like
the
what?
word spoken it can be anything. Yeah. The word spoken in the beginning would be the very thing that break it in the end. Yeah. But I just want you to think about this, right? Women too, right?
Yeah.
The same go for you. If you pay attention to the word spoken in the beginning, in the very beginning, it'll tell you a person's...
Tell you everything you need to know.
It'll tell you everything. It'll tell you everything.
What was number 2?
Number 2 was, I just wanted that other poem.
No, hold on. We're going to get that. But I know number 2. I know number 2.
What's that?
The words that wasn't spoken. When you don't have a woman, to
shout
speak,
out to Miles.
When you don't have a woman don't speak about her childbirth, you know what I mean? When a woman don't speak about her childbirth,
relationship with her father.
When you have the relationship with her father. Hold on, hold on.
Breathe. He's starting to sweat a little bit.
Are you excited?
My fibrillator is kicking.
He already got 2 hard-ons.
I had 3 hard-ons. Had 3 hard-ons and one ticket to the mouth.
Pause.
No.
Hella pause.
I mean, it was
the T-boss.
Hella pause.
It was 3 hard-ons and one ticket to the throat. So when you don't hear women speak of their father relationships and or just their family, where they come from, you know what I mean? Their happy memories. The minute you start hearing everybody, man, it's fucked up. My family fucked that. I'm like, okay, this is the last date. You know what I mean? We
That's judgy.
No, it ain't judgy. If you have a person complaining about their life,
It's about considering what you can handle.
Right.
That is true.
Shit. I
But-
might can't
It's
handle
about
Shit.
making an observation that maybe
Hell
this person
yeah.
hasn't healed from their childhood trauma.
That
is
absolutely.
listen,
And I ain't the
may
one.
not, and he may not be in a place in his life where he want to try to let me help you heal.
Right.
'Cause
That's
right.
That'd be too
Facts.
much of our fucking problem. We be having our own healing that we need, and we
yes.
meet somebody, and the focus start. You know what? I can help heal
Yeah,
you.
yeah.
Fuck that. I need to heal right
I ain't
now. I
gonna
don't
lie.
got time
I've
to
been
heal
there.
you.
I've been there.
And women
Absolutely.
got
They
it
said,
worse
let's
though.
go back to what kept our grandparents together.
Hey, look,
And
what?
women
what?
got it worse,
Slavery?
though.
No, thank you. Listen,
No,
listen.
Said court women.
Hold on. Hold on. What'd you say, Delaney?
Do you court and go Dutch?
I don't know. I just say
Yeah,
women got it worse, shit. Because like they the ones be trying to fix broke ass niggas and shit.
All the time.
And
No,
not broke ass.
No,
broken.
broken and broke ass. So when women be
Get a
giving me,
therapist.
And they be having their own situation.
listen,
Get a therapist.
is my mic on? Listen, this is what I be playing when people be giving
Therapy
me,
is good.
When people be talking to me all sad. This is my favorite song.
Dog, this nigga goofy
I
as
cut
hell.
on the motherfucking violins. In the middle of them talking, I just put her there. Because I don't want to hear that sad ass shit.
You goofy as hell, dog.
Because the whole thing of, listen, if you don't speak life, you don't want to live it. I'm sorry, you just don't.
Hey,
That's
the
real.
48 laws of power, they talk about that. People who
agree,
always got
100%.
some misfortune and bad luck, and I'm
That's
mad at
because
this motherfucker.
People
What?
don't believe in therapy.
It's some people that you don't answer the
Therapy
phone
is
for
good.
because you know that's what it's gonna
Therapy is good,
but they don't go. They believe in therapy, but they don't truly go for the healing.
What? Oh, say that! Damn it! Yes, y'all hear that?
Right. They want
Say
to
it again.
vent. So you go to therapy because you want to
Vent.
vent.
Yeah.
You know why you go to therapy? Because none of your friends want to hear from you again. You didn't ran through your hand, so now you got to pay for it. Nobody want to listen to you
Stand
no
in
more.
victim
They be like,
space.
right. So now let me get somebody new.
Real truth.
See, that's that.
They don't go
dysfunction
for the
right there.
healing. They
This
don't
is
go
real
for the
truth.
healing.
I was another young lady. I was talking. You know, I talked to a lot of women before in my
Clearly.
life. Yeah,
No, you don't got to put no disclaimer. This just could have been a situation.
yeah,
shit.
situation.
Yeah, yeah, you
be.
remember
And what you
Q?
had said about them disclaimers?
Situation.
Fuck them disclaimers.
But-
My last situation.
But listen, here's how you can tell when you're talking to a young lady, and you can tell she been through therapy or consultation, right? Because they use words like my husband, right? Marriage. You know what I mean? You sit up there like, we just regularly having a regular talk. You know, I don't want to really mess with things. I have to talk to my husband first because our marriage is very important. That's
What's
They've
wrong
been through
with that?
counseling.
that's counsel. That's
Dog, you
counseling.
funny.
No, you speaking on
No,
it.
no,
You saying
no.
that's how you know the difference.
That's how you know the difference. Because normally, like, well, I got to talk to my dude. You know what I mean? Whatever, you know, or I got to talk to Jeremy. You know what I mean?
Or my guy.
Oh my God, they don't be going through all that. Trust me, counselors make. I mean, you know, the therapy.
So you're saying that they have a healthy relationship?
No, what I'm saying is sometimes
okay.
that could be very distraughting when you know that person. You know what I mean? And you could tell people be looking for change in their therapist. Instead of looking for the healing, like he was saying.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah,
yeah, I
they're
got
not
you.
looking
I
for the
think
healing.
that I think that goes back to self accountability, and I'm going to speak about men in particular.
That's your name.
Because-
That's your next damn book, Self-Accountability. We're gonna
Yes.
put it on there right now.
I mean, that's what we started out with, and that's what we.
Yes,
ended with.
most-
Is that what you
What was
said?
the other
The
one?
words
Yes.
spoken in the beginning and the end.
And that's right there.
That was deep.
What was
So
the-
I don't even. I don't like you. I don't like
get
you
out
no
the
more.
fast
No,
lane.
no,
Get
so-
out the
yeah,
fast
that was a
lane.
good one.
Yeah, you got to get out the
Get
fag
Get
lane.
out the fag
And don't
But-
go Dutch.
But when you're my main thing is for men and women, but men in particular, because that's what this next poem is about.
Great segue.
There.
There you go, Q.
It is heal yourself first. You get with women, we are naturally nurturers, right?
Natural
and so we
nurturers,
want to fix. Unfortunately, we want to fix.
Yeah,
This is
very
what we do.
unfortunately.
If you call and say, "Oh man," we're gonna be like, "What you need me to do?" Because that's just how we are. And men probably think, "Oh, like, oh, she trying to get on my good side," or "Oh yeah, I'm gonna let her do what she do," and then you got somebody else doing what they do, and then you know what I'm saying. So when you take it back to yourself, you need not to accept things from women that you don't want to go further with. Men need to have emotions, right? And it's good to have emotions.
Controlled emotions.
It's good to have
Control.
your controlled emotions.
Yes, because some men can act like real bitches.
But don't
Yep.
but don't put it off on a woman. It happens. It happens. This poem is called Cry Like a Man. And I wrote this poem because I noticed that a lot of men have emotions that they are not directing the right way. It comes out angry, verbally abusive. You start to use people. It's a lot of dysfunctional behaviors come out of your emotional instability. So that's what this poem is about.
Q, let's hear the poem.
Cry like a man. Losing the grip. Who told you crying was not for men? Who told you taking it out on others was in? Unrealistic views and expectations of masculine undertones. Dethroning the lies that hide the spirit of being vulnerable. Replacing it with anger. It's okay to show healthy emotions. God has given man dominion, and it has nothing to do with raising a voice to be heard or lifting a hand in dominance. That's a taught weapon. I bind it as quick as I spit it. It's replaced to distort the power within him, producing a mundane, dull existence. Man, you are not ordinary. So whenever you're pushed outside your boundaries, just know it's to help you. You will live beyond opposition. No color barriers, no more internal hemorrhaging. Rip off the layers. Sometimes unappreciated, undervalued, blackballed, fighting for necessities, expected to be and to do all for everyone because he is man. Having the very structure of his body used to protect his heart to produce his helper. At times misguided, mishandled, toxic. But now today, no more excuses of how she's too much or too strong. It's to help build you up. Help her understand you, man. Help her undergird you, man. Help her hold you down by allowing her into your secret space. Yep, the one that's so hidden. Every time it surfaces, you fall out of place with her. Every unhealthy action is taught and can be unlearned. Don't leave everyone out if your mind and thoughts and your feelings are churning. We are your helpers to dig you out. Crying has no gender. It's communicating without words. So come out of mental seclusion. Bring it up, spit it out, heal. No need to hold it in. Come out of bondage and into God's light and freedom. And if you must be reminded, it's okay to cry like a man.
Cut my mic on, goddammit. We need to put some fucking finger snaps in there. When I say, okay, you was hitting on some very important things because I'm a person who's not afraid to cry, right? And I don't have no shame in it because if I cry, I'm hurting. Mm-hmm. You feel me? Right. And and a lot of times I have cried in situations not because I was hurting, because someone else was hurting, and it made me feel. Yeah, I felt vulnerable because I couldn't help them. Okay. Most of my tears come from when I'm hurt, but a lot of times I've cried when I could not help the person. When I'm watching death, you know what I mean? When I just really seen somebody I knew I could have helped, you know what I mean? And I'm sitting there really with my own 2 eyes watching them die right before my face. Wow. You know what I mean? So I think that poem that means a lot, and the way you kicked it, because I got a poem too. Mm-hmm. Y'all ready?
I don't know.
Save it, Miles.
No. I'm just gonna kick a little bit. No, I'm for it. You ready?
That look in your eye, I don't know.
I'm not sure.
And that's the name of the poem. The look in my eye.
Okay. Oh, you gonna go off the dome with it?
No, I'm just saying. You ready? When I first seen you walk through that door. He said your name before, but I'm looking for someone that was smaller, but you was way much more. Your hair glistened and the light hit, and it came down to my eyelids, and I said and I spit every word that was in my mind. Okay. But this time I just started to think, damn it, if Medina just give me one more drink, my life would be so... I had to go there.
All right, give him some. He's trying.
Medina, I do want one more drink, though. I'm just... Okay.
Latasha loved your poem, though, by the way.
It was dope.
Latarsha.
Yeah, said that poem was everything.
Yeah.
Hey, man.
All right, then, Latarsha.
I liked it as well.
I've listened to it.
You can go on YouTube under Creative Emotions, Vaquita Taylor, and you can see all of the good poems I got on there.
So, Fred.
Yes, sir.
Make sure you get out again before we get out of here, too, so people can subscribe to your YouTube channel.
We're going to have to Tell Fred. Don't look at us.
Right,
Tell
because
Fred.
we want to know personally.
How the fuck did you write that poem? Talk to him.
See, I wanted to know 3 things.
Oh shit, you said
No,
one.
2.
Oh my God.
What inspired you?
Yes.
And can you remember the first poem you ever wrote?
No, I cannot. I've been writing for over 25 years.
When did
Ain't you
first-
25?
Thank you.
Yeah, I know that makes
received.
I received. All right. I'm trying to get an understanding. Why would you believe I think you're 25?
So the first poem, "Where Are You Standing?" I just like the temperature is different now with this Kevin Samuels, and it's looking like it's going after women.
I don't think he's going after women.
I don't
he's
either.
not.
Trust me. That man is speaking valid points. Just listen. Don't get me wrong. Just because of how he bring it does not make it truth. So, when I just think about the way women feel about men,
Okay.
Yeah.
I just want, as a woman, for us to take accountability, and I am the one to speak up for
That's dope.
or to encourage
Yeah.
women. Just like, wait a minute, let's look at ourselves.
Yeah.
Let's like they need us. This is not a fight. And when we understand we wrestle not against flesh and blood, but against these evil spirits and the principalities and the things that we can't see,
She said
then
principalities.
listen, you can really fight the right way. You can fight together and not against each other. And so where are you standing when you look at it? I had a visual. I seen a woman walking in front of a man and she pulling him and he jerking. Then I seen a man dragging a woman. And those are the 2 positions that have been played, and we need to be right beside each other. That is the reason. That's the reason for us.
Listen, when I walk on the street and I'm with a woman, I have never in my life felt comfortable with a woman walking behind me.
Never.
Yeah, that's
I'm in front of
bootleg.
her. You get what I'm saying? Like, because to me, it was just like, hey, wait a minute. Listen, I'm not your pimp.
Or on the outside.
It's bootleg.
Your guy. You get what I'm saying?
On
I'm
the
like,
outside. I've had women who didn't understand.
They
the
didn't know.
concept.
Well, the whole thing.
And I was like, that shit kind of fucked me up.
But the truth is, with Don saying, Don, I agree with you, right? But in the times when I was cool and great, a man rightful place was in front of a woman, because when they went to go shoot, okay, the man was there, and people don't understand, like, the reason why men, especially even Arabic men, tell their wives, walk behind me. It's not before a disrespectful manner. We look at it like that, but it was to protect their family, because as the woman was behind the man, the children was behind the wife. You feel me? So we have to the thing is, we don't understand that American culture is bastard situations from other cultures that we took on and we just placed it where it was okay with. And we don't get it, you know what I mean?
But if you go back to the poem though, and because you're speaking like physically, right? And so if you go back to the poem, "Where Are You Standing?" I am talking about things that are not really tangible. Like, are you praying for them? Are you doing this? Are you doing that? So where are you standing in a position as a woman to a man? Not like, oh, you got to be,
Physically, where you standing. Yeah,
so
I
it's deeper than that, and that's
Most
why,
definitely.
I'm like, where, like, because in our mind we like, oh, I got it. This mentality is messed us up. And like I said, it's enabled men, because now men don't want to do certain things. They're like, oh, you got it. And then the music now in our culture are, that alone
Honestly,
that
is
feed people's spirit.
influencing.
no, honestly, no, nothing has changed, because as well as our parents had some fucked up music.
Oh no, I'm not saying that it has changed. I'm just saying, like, the independent woman. So now everybody like independent. Then who is that? IEND. Then he come out with that. So everybody like, yeah.
Yeah,
And then,
but
so it's like that's influencing this culture.
Hey, Miles, I do think though, from the standpoint of change, there has been a change in terms of the limit of exposure to things. Bro,
that
you
said it. The limited exposure.
Yeah.
That's true. But we're
not saying it didn't exist. I'm not disputing that. But I'm saying this.
I'm telling you, I'm agreeing, because we didn't have a phone
Oh,
that
my
we
God.
could have 1,000 people look at us, hear us, or chime in,
All
or
at
give
the
their
same time.
fucking
Listen.
opinion.
At a certain time, my TV went great when I was a kid.
Right.
You can stay your ass up if you want to. You be looking at snow.
Right.
You get what I'm saying?
Listen, we've been overexposed. I can say that.
Exactly.
My children, with this TikTok, it's over.
You do know that they said years ago
The top.
that people would become information
It's
crazed.
crazy.
Oh yeah,
Yes.
it's
And that's,
happening.
and that's where we at now. And here's my deal. What I'm noticing is along
Hey,
with
y'all, we
becoming-
going to 11 o'clock. I'm sorry.
with along with going information crazed,
Right, I'm texting
people
this
are
shit
starting
now.
to become depressed from this shit.
Yeah.
Oh, definitely, because it's over. It's
They
overexposure
suffer
of
from
drama.
anxiety, drama, bull. Yeah, absolutely.
Trauma. It's a lot of trauma.
I know people. I'm sorry, Fred, and I know because I know you've been quiet for too long, and we
I
ain't
know
mean to
because
hurt
you know
you.
that. Yeah, you already know.
Yeah, Fred got so much shit up in here. His damn fingers talking. So we at the point to where I do understand and realize that the information that we have within our families is so it's fucked up, and we don't realize how to cipher from the bullshit from the real shit. You know what I mean? We just don't. We accept everything that the mother said, but never heard what the father had to really say.
Wow.
Sometimes.
No, it ain't no
No,
sometimes.
no,
But
that's
some
real
people-
talk.
Listen, my daughter been away from me. She was with me soulfully for 1 to 3. Her mother took her to California. I ain't see her again until she was 8. Then I ain't see her again until she was 15.
That's horrible.
Then I ain't heard from her. She's 21 years old right now, and she hate my guts. But this is all information that her mother has fed her. But she do graphics. She edit. She know how to draw.
She can be a part of
She
it.
do everything that you do.
She do everything I do
Right.
to where her grandmother called me and said, Miles, I want to thank you because unfortunately her brother and sister ain't shit.
Uh-oh.
So it had to be you.
So it had to be you.
So I'm just letting you know that no, women is in so much control, and it's due to a system that was made for black men to be weak.
Yeah, unfortunately.
And until black men work together to create laws that protect us, we're gonna be forever fucked up.
Well, that's Cry Like a Man came from just watching men and understanding that you need to have you need to, if you have a wife and you have a woman, and I don't really if you have a wife or a woman that you're exclusive with, let her in.
Absolutely.
That's the only way you guys are going to be able to function, because if you have issues that are triggers to you that you haven't dealt with, but now she's in your life, it's only fair for her to understand what's going on in your head to be able to love you properly.
Absolutely. So the things that I wanted to say is a couple things.
What's Sam then,
And I'm going to tag on. The law is the knowledge. So we have Q. We have people like sitting around the table tonight. Don said a lot of things also. Q. Miles. We've all said things. So the law is the knowledge. And I believe, like when we first started this, men just changing the perspective of how the community see African American man. I'm just going to speak in that.
Yeah.
And then the second thing is, what are we fighting for? In a lot of relationships and marriage, people are not fighting for love; they're fighting for position.
Absolutely, that's sad.
And that's
the
Western
truth.
culture, right?
Word.
And they have you to be in competition with any and everybody around you,
Person right next to you that love you.
So people are not fighting for love. They're not fighting for purpose. They're fighting for position. So, the one thing about a position is always another one. So you're never satisfied, right? You get a job and it's like, man, I got to get this other one. I got to go back to school for this. So you're constantly you're chasing,
Not
right?
content.
You're not content, right? So you have, the song I'm about to talk about.
Oh,
Everything, right?
Everything.
So you can have everything you ever need in a life and still not have enough.
Listen, can I Piggy? I just got one thing to say. Was talking to a buddy of mine recently, and he said to me, Don, marriage is not about love. And I said, okay, what is it about?
not.
I've
And
heard
he
that
said to me, marriage is about the decision to love.
Absolutely.
It is not about, I just love, because if it's just based solely on love,
Absolutely.
there are going to be times where you may love a little less or love more.
And I've heard that before.
Conscious
marriage,
decision.
he said marriage is about the conscious decision to say, you know what? Today I ain't feeling this shit, but I'm gonna stay 10 toes down in this fucking marriage. Today I hate the shit out of you and I want to choke your ass.
Okay.
But I'm gonna stay 10 toes down in this marriage.
But you know what? Don, you are so absolutely true on that, and I've heard that before from some relatives, right? Mm-hmm. I've heard that.
But
so what happens when you're still just not getting it, right? So, and that's why we kind of lead in marriages, African Americans, but we lead in divorce also.
I mean, listen. We are, first of all, and to be honest with you, we're gonna lead in anything that's dealing with the downward spiral because that's what we were bred for.
Unfortunately,
that's what we were bred for. But that's what I'm talking about, breaking the cycle. So if we don't, damn marriage based on love. Mm-hmm. Live a life with purpose, and you're going to fucking win.
Absolutely.
Because if you live a life of purpose, you live a marriage of purpose, and then you have children with a purpose. You don't have to go through the bullshit. But if you live without a purpose, I'm sorry, you
aimless.
Pretty much
aimless. Yeah.
Really.
Not giving your time nothing to do, not giving your money nothing to do is the worst thing you can do.
I tell people the worst thing you could do is waste my fucking time. Because I can make all the money. I can lose 20,000. I can make 25. You know what I mean? But if you lose 15, 20 minutes, ain't some shit you can get back.
You can't get it back.
So something I wrote a few months ago.
Oh shit, you got a poem? Go ahead.
No. But you know what? I would have to say I do write my own quotes. I never research anyone else's.
Okay.
I never have.
It's okay if you do though.
But that last quote you did, to be or not to be, that's not your fucking quote.
You're silly. But I've always said
fast track,
fast lane.
Chase purpose and not position, because your purpose is your position.
All day.
Oh yeah, for sure.
All
right.
day.
So many people will chase a position that will forever change.
Yeah, we got 4 minutes.
Yeah, so I'm gonna take every bit of it.
Damn.
When you chase
Negro.
when God put purpose in you, it's never gonna change. It's never gonna change. So I just want to tell people, chase purpose and not a position.
That's
please.
powerful, Fred.
Really,
That's
I'm
powerful.
serious.
Yeah, no, that's powerful. That's
Chase
some powerful shit.
purpose
And not position.
and not position.
And then if you put your purpose in the right position,
Hey, Miss
you get more kids. Let's
All right, now.
On that note,
No, no,
So
no.
I just
tell everybody where you be found and shit.
Medina,
Yes.
because you ain't said shit this week.
She got a microphone.
She got that
Yeah, the
badass
mic.
hat on though. That's
She
it.
look fly.
Your mic
She
is
look
on.
fly.
Let
Go.
me see.
Your mic is on.
All right.
So tell
Coco
people
Brown.
You look fly.
about your business, about you making us these wonderful drinks. Tell people where they can find you.
Okay, I'm Medina with Funky Code Mixologist. You can find me on Facebook, Instagram. That's Funky Code Mixologist again, just in case you didn't hear. And tonight I had to drink a pineapple hard-on.
How about a chocolate hard on? Go ahead.
Pineapple hard-on. You got the pineapple vodka, grenadine, orange juice, and a little bit of the yellow energy drink, Red Bull.
Okay.
Oh, nice.
So why you need the energy drink at the end?
That's the hard-on.
That's a hard on.
Yeah. That's to give you the energy.
Don, tell us where they can
Where
find
you
you at.
chasing position?
Exactly.
My name is Don Snipes. I grew up on the west side.
Shut your ass up.
Don _ Snipes. Ain't that hard. Nothing fancy.
It ain't that hard
Say
on
that
the hard on.
Chef.
Motherfucking chef.
Well, you can find me on Facebook when I am posting at Fred Wilson. I do have a Instagram page, 1183. Fred Wilson. You'll find some of my things there. And I have to download some more of my pictures of my recipes and dishes. Mm-hmm. And coming up soon, I will have a page up on Instagram, 50 Up. And which I will be talking about life just only begins at 50. And I'm about to show you.
Okay.
Them shirts off.
That nigga
With
been.
the shirts off.
You look at him, he gonna flex his arm, talking about, let me scratch my nose. Hey, Q, tell where they can find you at, bro.
Check me out every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, man, at Wake and Bake Show with my homeboy. Oh, my bad. I'm sorry.
No,
you Q.
Big Q.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? And she was confused. She like, huh? Check me out every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, man. eblockradio.com with my homies Angry Man and Monk Money, man, for the Wake and Bake Show. So that's tomorrow morning, 10 a.m. shit. Tuesday, Thursdays on the Rise and Grind show.
Yes.
Tuesday nights, right now, she on
Right.
the grind.
On the
on
Girth.
grind.
He high. Andrew.
I have a lot of edible kicking in. All right, so that's it, dog. Follow me on the gram, q.lewis313, man. You already know what it is. Representing live from the 48205.
Gang, gang, bitch. Bam. So, Miss Little Q.
No, we got to get a name for it.
V.
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 She just want a V. Just as long as your last name ain't with a D, you doing good. You know how bad.
I took a minute.
You know how bad. You know how to be. You know how to be bad if they be like, seat 32, VD. So,
OMG. It's Vaquita Taylor on Facebook. It's Q Rising on Instagram, and you can subscribe on YouTube at Vaquita Taylor. That's VAQUITA TAYLOR.
okay, that's dope. We really appreciate you coming on the show today.
No problem. Thanks for having me.
Dealing with our shenanigans. If you'd like to come back anytime soon, just don't wear them leather pants.
She was with the shits.
Yeah.
She was with the shits.
Yeah.
That's what
Yeah. That's what the guy. Ain't no God made an angel with no wings. Listen, my name is Miles. My name is Miles Dixon. M Dixon 313 on Instagram. Miles Dixon on Facebook. The Mediapreneur on. Shout out to Miss Nikki Nance to be handling the mix board.
All right, Nick.
She made sure that shit was loud. I couldn't even talk for 2 goddamn minutes.
Slapping.
Nicole, somebody want to grease your lips. Listen, okay, and shout out to my man Joe, who's Joe in the background, making sure everything good with laughing and shit. He like, damn shit, yeah, she right. Fuck it, we good tonight. On that note, y'all, we out. Girth is in this bitch. Hey, I hope you wake up your grandmama in the morning. Make sure she don't belch and kill herself. All right, then we out.
Joe tried to get in there.